I found blood on my husband's shirt and followed him for 3 weeks to find out what he was hiding. The first time I found blood on Stellan's collar, he said he cut himself shaving, but the blood was on the back of his neck, and Stellan uses an electric razor. I threw the shirt in the wash and pretended I believed him. 2 days later, I found a receipt in his jacket. Barnes Medical Center, $847. When I asked him, his face went pale for just a second. Just a checkup. Everything's fine, but our insurance covers checkups. Why would he pay out of pocket? I couldn't sleep. My stomach was twisted into knots. I kept thinking about the blood, the receipt, the way he'd looked at me. The next morning, I checked our bank statements. 3 withdrawals, $200, $300, $250. All on days he said he was working late. My hands were shaking. Then I saw the pattern. Every Tuesday and Thursday for 6 weeks, Stellan left work at 3 p.m., but he never came home until 8. Where was he going for 5 hours? I told myself I was being paranoid. Maybe he was planning a surprise, but the blood kept coming back. I found it again the next week on his undershirt. Dark red stains near his ribs. Stellan, what's going on? He barely looked up from his phone. What do you mean? The blood? I keep finding blood on your clothes. I told you. I cut myself. Where? Show me the cut. He stood up fast, grabbing his keys. I don't have time for this. I'm late. Then he left. I sat there for 20 minutes, my heart pounding in my throat. That's when I decided to follow him. The next Tuesday, I called in sick to work. At 2:45 p.m., I parked across from his office. At exactly 3:02, Stellan walked out and drove. I followed him for 40 minutes. He didn't go to a hotel. He didn't go to an apartment. He went to Barnes Medical Center. My vision blurred. The medical center. The receipts. The blood. Oh God. Was he sick? Was he dying and hiding it from me? I watched him walk inside. I wanted to follow, but my legs wouldn't move. I sat in my car crying for 15 minutes. When he came out 2 hours later, he looked exhausted. His face was gray. He was limping. I followed him home and got there 5 minutes before him. When he walked in, I was sitting at the kitchen table. We need to talk. He froze. About what? I followed you to the hospital. Stellan, if you're sick, you need to tell me. Whatever it is, we'll handle it together. Something shifted in his expression. Not relief. Something worse. Guilt. I'm not sick. Then what? Why are you lying to me? He sat down. His hands were shaking. I can't tell you. My throat tightened. You're scaring me. I know, but I need you to trust me. Just for 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks? I stood up, my chair scraping against the floor. I've been finding blood on your clothes. You're sneaking off to a hospital, and you want me to just trust you? Yes. His voice cracked. Please. I grabbed my phone. I'm calling your mom. Maybe she'll tell me. Don't. He reached for my hand. Please. Don't call anyone. I'm begging you. I looked at his face. Really looked. His eyes were wet. This wasn't guilt about cheating. This was something else. Fine. 2 weeks. But if you don't tell me, I'm gone. Those 2 weeks were torture. I barely slept. Every time Stellan left the house, my stomach dropped. On the 14th day, Stellan came home early. He was holding a folder. Okay, he said quietly. I'll tell you everything. He opened the folder. Inside was a hospital bracelet with his name on it, dozens of appointment cards, and a photo of a little girl, maybe 6 years old, bald from chemotherapy. Her name is Amara, he said. She has leukemia. My breath caught. Who is she? My coworker's daughter. She needed a bone marrow transplant. I was a match. I stared at him. What? The donations, the blood, the hospital trips. I've been donating bone marrow. It takes multiple sessions. They extract it from your hip bone. That's why I was limping. My hands flew to my mouth. Why didn't you tell me? His voice broke. Because your sister died of leukemia when you were 16. You told me you can't even hear the word without breaking down. I didn't want to put you through that. The folder slipped from my hands. Stellan, I'm sorry. I should have told you. But I couldn't watch you suffer while I was trying to save someone else. I couldn't speak, couldn't breathe. All those weeks I thought he was cheating, thought he was dying, and he was saving a child's life. Amara's transplant was successful. She's in remission now. Sometimes I look at her photo and remember the blood on his collar. That's what saving a life looks like.